I have a 1950s Chrysler I'm trying to get started. I have a dead 6-volt battery. I have a 6-volt battery charger that maxes out at 8 amps, and I have zero patience. How am I supposed to get this started right now? The most I can get it to crank is because of course dead battery, slow charger, small inadequate charger, but I have a solution that you will not be able to do at home because you're not as brilliant as I am. We're going to take this high current 12-volt charger and we're going to put it on the highest setting. Select position, 35 amp. Let's start with, actually, instead of highest setting is 200 amp, let's try 35 amp. Okay, now we're going to hook up these cables. Next, we're going to take our charger here and we're going to plug it into our Variac, of course. We're going to set the Variac to about half, which should be about 60 volts. So instead of running this charger on 120, we'll run it about 60 volts. Seems pretty close. All right, we're going to unplug our other charger. We're going to plug in our Variac and hope we don't die. Okay, that is live and humming. I'm sure you can hear it. And indeed, what does this say? 30%, of course it doesn't tell me. But that battery's taking current, just out of curiosity. Yeah, boom. 6-volt charger. And actually this is not only a 6-volt battery charger, this is any voltage up to 12. So if, for example, you have something stupid, like a 4-volt sealed lead-acid battery, this will work as a 4-volt lead-acid battery charger. And now, with this battery charger alone, battery notwithstanding, we should be able to start this engine, or at least crank it first. It is in neutral. There is no such thing as park. Wowza palooza. 35 amps at 6 volts is not enough. Holding the camera and the flashlight in one hand so I can run the spooky jumper cables in the other hand, and the jumper cable of course just goes to the starter solenoid is all that is. Let us try once more. Holy crap. This engine does not want to turn, I suppose. Just to make sure we're taking care of everything here, we're going to do some PB Blaster. Oops, straw fell out. Just in case, get a little lubrication in there. There is oil in this engine, I did check. Next we're going to come over to this Variac. We'll be very careful because this is live. I'm going to up that voltage and actually check this out. I don't know if you can see this. Watch that ammeter. Focus, you fuck. Watch the ammeter. Voltage down, voltage up. Because of course, increase the voltage, increase the current that the battery is suffering through. Okay, it is at 200 amp. We have upped the voltage a hair. I can hear the battery boiling violently. We're getting there. It is turning. It is reluctant, but it turns. Oh, it's producing a lot of heat. Yeah, we better wrap this up pretty quick because I don't want to lose this Variac. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, sorry. This 6-volt battery has been charging for almost exactly 24 hours now. It's still taking about the same 5 amps of current that it was taking 24 hours ago when I first woke it up. And my battery charger is small. It's only an 8 amp charger. So hopefully there's enough here to crank it. There's a little bit of gas in the carburetor. If this fires, I'll put a gas rag on there. There's a little glass jar of fuel underneath this vehicle here, and it should hopefully, it's a little bit back under the driver's side door, and I pre-filled the little glass bowl, the filter, if you will, on the mechanical fuel pump to hopefully get it wet, hopefully get those valves sealing. It's unlikely this mechanical fuel pump will work. It is unlikely it'll be able to suck that fuel and actually fill the carburetor with fuel and run. But hopefully, if there's any chance of it working, the little bit of extra fuel I put in the filter bowl will help, you know, make those valves seal, get them wet. This has been sitting for a long time, and it looks like a lot of the rubber hoses are dry, so it's probably the diaphragm in the fuel pump is dry and everything. The mechanical fuel pumps work great. Normally, this setup would be fine. It'll suck that fuel out of that glass jar. Those mechanical fuel pumps suck very forcefully. The problem is just when the rubber gets old inside of them, they don't work anymore. There's an electric fuel pump on this vehicle also that was used to drain the gas tank. And that electric pump doesn't work anymore either because it's such an old pump. The rubber in it has gone bad also. I put a little bit of oil in it and I hooked it up to the glass jar and it won't suck fuel. So I can't use the electric pump either, although I do have an electric pump that I could use if I needed to. Man, there are a couple of cats killing each other. 6-volt charger running the coil. And you have a separate charger for the battery for make sure the coil still operates while we have this running, or while we're cranking, I should say, with the voltage drop. I am using a 12-volt battery on a 6-volt starter, but I am using a 6-volt battery charger to run the 6-volt coil. Can't get 6 volts to start this. No shit! It actually sucked up all the gas out of this jar, so the mechanical fuel pump, by some miracle, is still working. For extra safety, we have the positive pre-jumped, and then we just use the negative to start it. That way we can disconnect the 12 volts once it's running. Do that. I'm not sure what that is. It's got to be like a water pump bearing or something stupid like that. I did oil I filled up the power steering fluid and I oiled all the little oil caps on it. I think there was only one, but good enough. Beautiful.
So this is super crazy dangerous. That right there is bailing the in, and we are going to do something really stupid today. This is a terrible idea. Bailing might die. It's making me uncomfortable. Go, Balin!
You riding this?
What the fuck is happening?
Balin said not to talk crap about this camera. It's a piece of shit.
This is so unbelievably sketchy. Why was you moving through this, you jerk?
That's the power of really old engineering.
be nice if it didn't kill me. It's not required.
I felt it fucking pop.
Make a wish, everyone. Make a wish. Not okay. You went too far.
This guy, man. This guy.